Okay, I'm going to show you how to upload meeting minutes to the website. The first thing you got to do is log in. So you go over here to log in, and you'll come up with the login screen. Now you see also up here in the location bar it says wp-login.php. You can use that to go directly to this login screen if you want to bookmark that or something. Okay, everyone that has access to the website to edit it will have a username and password. You have to put your own in. I'll put mine in, and just to show you how to get in. So we'll log in, and this is called the dashboard. We could either edit through the dashboard, or you can go through the site. So I'm going to go through the site because I find that easier to do. So we go up here to the upper left-hand corner where it says American Legion, next to the WordPress icon. It says Visit Site. Click on that. And once you're visiting the site and as logged in as someone who can edit, the difference being you get this stuff up here and this thing that says edit with a little pencil. That tells me that I can edit this page. So I'm going to go over to the meeting minutes page. We're going to first navigate to that, and then we type in your password, which you've gotten through other means. If you haven't, you have to ask somebody for it. And we click enter. And here we are on the page. Now we can edit this page. See, the page is all broken up into little year by year sections. Now when we go to edit the page, you'll see how that is made up. Alright, now we're back into the dashboard, and we're editing this page. This page has some information on it. The title of the page is Docs. And this is what's called the permalink, which this could go directly to that page. You still have to put in a password though. Okay. Now when you first get into this page, you may see this stuff down here looks different. It has a bunch of HTML code. If you wait a few seconds, it'll bring up this, which is called the page builder. And this shows a bunch of blue little sections here that are called widgets. You've got these things over here, and this is things related to this widget. And you can do things with it. But each one of these is a section of the code that goes into the page. And if you break it up like this, it's easier to maintain the website. Like, for instance, I can duplicate one of these things when I want to add another year, and then just change a few things and make it for the new year. So right now we're going to go, and this section here is for 2019. So I want to show you how I would add meeting minutes for January. So we're going to go over here. You know, see when you're in the box and this stuff comes up. So we're going to go and edit what's inside that widget. It first comes up in text mode, which is the HTML code, and then you also have a visual mode, which gives you a visual representation of that, what's inside the widget. This is 2019, and we're going to try to add to January. But I want to show you something about previously entered stuff first. See, up here we can go, these little arrows, you can navigate through the widgets. So if I go click on that one, it'll go back to the previous one, which was 2018. And this is in text mode, so if I go visual, I can see that it's actually 2018. Now let's go look at, we're going to look at November's meeting minutes. So I go down here and click on it, and it opens up this thing here. Now I got an edit button. I click on that, and it opens up this link options, and this shows you the URL for the meeting minutes file. It's actually not a URL, it's actually a relative URL, which is called a URI, but don't worry about that. And it just shows the location of this file relative to the root directory of this website. Okay, this part here is this part here is no, that's not right. This part here is the same for all the stuff in the media library, and then beyond that we have a directory for every year, and inside that directory is a directory for every month. So this is a specific directory, and then the meeting minutes is the name of the file, meetingminutes.pdf. I've maintained the consistent naming throughout all of the meeting minutes, so that just to be consistent, and then because there's no duplication because they're all in different directories, all in one per month. So I'm going to copy this. Go copy it, and then we're going to exit this. Now you see up here we have an X and an update. Two ways to get out. This one will exit without saving anything, and this will save it, but not completely. It'll save it to when we get back to where we just were, but you still have to update in order to make it permanent. Okay, now we're going to go back to 2019, and we're going to double click on January, and then go up here to these are the things for editing, and this one is insert edit link. We're going to click on that, and then go up here to link options. I'm going to type this in, or copy it in, paste it in, and you're going to make it 2019 and 01. So that would be January of 2019. I'm going to make sure this open link and new tab is checked, and then we would say I'm going to add the link. Now we come back and it shows that we have a link there. We don't have the file up yet, so I want to add that file to the media library. So I go up here to add media, and this is the media library. We can either look through everything or by dates. Notice that the last date uploaded is November. Now there are other things in the media on the site, media items on the site that are not in the media library. But don't worry about that. Now we're going to upload a file from my computer. So I go to upload files, I go to select files, and it brings up a list from my computer. I'm going to go, I have a meeting minutes file, I go meeting minutes, and open it. And now it's uploaded. Okay? Now I'm not going to do this insert it into page, because that would insert it into the page directly. I'm just going to link to it. And now we're going to exit the media library. And let's go back here. Let's see what happens when I click on this. Okay. What do we got? Alright. There you go. That's what I uploaded. Alright, let's close that. Let's say we're done. And when we get back to here, we can say I'm going to preview the changes or update it. When you update it, you will make whatever you did permanent. But before you make it permanent, you really ought to preview the changes, make sure that everything works okay. So here we are at the page. This came up in a new tab. Now we have meeting minutes for January. We're going to click on that and presto. Okay, that's good. So it works. So now you would update it, but I'm not going to update it because I just don't, because it's not good. So I want to go back to the media library and delete what I uploaded. So let's go back to the library, and it says, you come up with this little dialogue here. It says you want to stay on the page or leave the page. It's a reminder that you made some changes that you didn't make permanent. So if you leave the page, whatever you put in is going to be gone. In this case, I want it to be gone because I don't want that January demonstration document to show up. All right. So we're going to leave the page, and we'll bring it up to the library. All right. And we're going to go to let's check all dates. Now we have a January 19th entry here. So there it is. Okay. Now I'm going to click on it. And then scroll down to the bottom of the page, and it says you delete permanently. I'm going to delete it. And say delete, okay, and we delete it. And now it's gone. Okay, now we can log out. And we're fine. And thank you for watching. I hope you are successful.